Simon and Garfunkel's The Sound of Silence was one of the biggest surprises for me on this channel because I had no idea of what to expect going into it, and I found the track to be pretty fantastic. The writing in particular was the thing that really jumped out at me. But apparently there is a fantastic cover of this track by a band called Disturbed. Now, I didn't know anything about this cover. This was actually suggested to me through Eddie K's donation. Big shout out to Eddie for his kind words and the donation, and he's asked me to check out this cover, which is apparently going to be very cool. So let's do it. Let's check out this cover. Hope you guys enjoy. Here we go. This is The Sound of Silence by the band Disturbed. Once again, this is a viewer donated track, I should say, and let's get this thing rolling. Here we go.
Please welcome Disturbed.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence in rest.
Very interesting sort of start and take to the track, right? They've gone piano led, and the guy's voice is a far deeper register than the original singer. I think that's Simon who's singing in the original track. And it's given a very different tone. This one, I don't know how to quite describe it. It almost sounds more peaceful, but I don't think that's the way that this is going to go, because the band's name is Disturbed. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
The streams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp.
He's got a great voice.
I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night.
Those lyrics are so
Touched the
fantastic.
sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs and voices never shared.
Wow, I didn't expect him to be able to sing in that register.
Disturb the sound of silence. Fools say that you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell.
The addition of the strings, I think, really transforms the track.
Of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign lashed out its warning.
There's the metal growl I was expecting.
And the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, whispered in the sun.
That is how you transform a track. Very cool, man. That was dope. Do you know what happened, right? I think they took what was an initially obviously brilliant song and they kind of understood the message or the heart of it. Sometimes it can happen even greater than the initial writer. Now, I'm not saying that in this sense. I'm saying it can happen. I think of examples like Jimi Hendrix covering All Along the Watchtower. There was an aspect of the song that seemed to stick out to Jimi Hendrix, that mystical nature of the track, and he kind of went on that aspect of it. I felt the nature of the song that they kind of honed in on was kind of that biblical element to it, right? And the reason I say that is even the way that the drums were being played, it was like those war drums that you see in old ancient films. The strings adding a kind of beauty to the track that wasn't existing before. Even the dude's voice and his delivery, it was almost like a final kind of battle cry he was giving out to humanity, if you will. Really cool, man. Now, I would say the reason why this track is so fantastic is obviously because that original piece of music was so well written and it leaves so much room for kind of an artist's vision to kind of play out, right? And that's a real testament to the writing of Simon and Garfunkel, because that song, when you just look at the words of that track, it really is poetry, man. And you could say that about a very few amount of songs. Dylan goes in there. You could probably put a couple of Lennon and McCartney tracks in there. But yeah, I mean, a great song meets a great interpretation, and it was put together. Fantastic performance there, man. Big shout out to Eddie K once again. I wouldn't have ever checked that song out. So thumbs up, man. Cheers.